Sure, this is Charlie Allen, and I'm here right now at Big Machine. Right here with my publicist and Mike here. He's on the camera right now looking at me, kind of funny, I guess.
Now, Joey, you know, you've got an interesting background. Do you want to talk a little bit about your experience in the music and how you got here?
Well, I started at 7 years old. The first time I heard my mom sing, she was singing on Farm and Fun Time and doing all kind of shows with different stars. And we finally moved to Fort Worth, Texas. When we moved to Fort Worth, Texas, it was like that I wanted to be involved in the music business. So I started singing a little bit, and Daddy heard me and Mama heard me, and next thing I know, they stuck a broomstick in front of me and made me start singing to the broomstick. Well, and that's how it all started. And then I guess I practiced 3 to 4 hours a day with a tape. And it was amazing. One day Daddy come home and he said, "Alan," he said, "got a big show for you, son." I said, "Well, what is it, Daddy?" He said, "You're going to open up for Hank Jr. at Panther Hall, Fort Worth, Texas, in front of 5,000 people.
Now, I have to ask, what was that like as your first show?
Well, it was great. I mean, I come in, I see the buses out in the back, and I walk in, and Hank Jr. says, "This must be Charlie Allen." And I said, "Yes, sir, it is." And he says, "Well, I can't wait to hear you sing my dad's song, you know, Standing in the Shadows of a Very Famous Man." And I also sang "I'm Nobody's Child" by Hank Williams Jr. And it was just a great, incredible show. Absolutely.
Now, you've got a new disc out. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, that was in This Is Now. Is about my history when I started at 7 years old and now. It's a great record. It's got a lot of great songs on it, and it's proof of the heart really talking. It's not just another song. That's the way I feel about it. Brian White and Steve Dean produced it. They've had 12 #1s together. Did an absolutely great job. I think we picked the right songs for the record, you know, and it's all about what happens in life, you know.
Now, was interested in a couple of the singles from that. You got Proof and...
I Did This to Me, I thought was a great song. And that was in This Is Now. That was a release. We've had 5 releases on radio in the top 30.
Okay.
And then we wrote one called No Welcome Home. I wrote it with Chief Ross out of Manchester, Tennessee. It's about the veterans, Vietnam veterans, how they come home, nobody paid them any respect, and they did some really bad things to them. And I actually was at the desk one day sitting and talking to him after Bonnaroo, and he was showing me a guitar that B.B. King had signed. And I was checking the guitar out, and he kind of glanced off to the right, and I looked, and there was medals there. And I said, "Chief," I said, "was you in the Armed Forces?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I says, "Well, what was it like?" He said, "You know, I don't want to talk about it." He said, "How's your day going?" Changed the subject right away.
Okay.
And so I wanted to get inside his heart, because I could tell all these years that he held everything in. And so I said, "Well, won't you do me a favor?" I said, "Won't you come over to my house later?" I said, "Tony Stampley's coming over to write, and we'd love for you to come over and, you know, just watch, and you know, if you feel like it, maybe we can get a little bit of that pain out of your heart." And sure enough, we come over, and we all sat down, and this man started pouring his heart out. And he was telling me about, first of all, how they sprayed Ancient Orange on him, and they thought it was something to cool him off, and it wasn't. Told me some stories that was really pitiful. If you listen to the song, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But so we got more into the song, and the more we got into it, you know, the more deeper it got. You could actually see tears and the whole works, you know, coming out of everybody.
Absolutely.
But some of those words wasn't said in this song because they were so painful, of the things that happened to Vietnam soldiers coming home. You know, like you said, I'm lucky to be walking off the plane. Most of them are carrying off in a bag. So I don't have it's very positive too. I mean, just so positive, like it would save the strong and lose the weak on everything he said. So it was just an amazing song, and everybody seems to love it.
It's a pretty powerful picture you've got of the wall there.
Yeah, that's a very special place, and we didn't talk a lot about the wall because we felt like it was more about the soldiers and the people, the way they treated them when they come home. You know, it was a real big thing for all of us. But I wrote this song for him. I didn't really think nothing about it coming out to press. I didn't think nothing. I just wanted to do it so people knew exactly where this man was coming from. Not only is he chief of police, but he's a very special person when it comes to Vietnam soldiers.
Now, did I see you're out in, is it England for the summer?
Yeah, we're going to Ireland. We've got shows with Martina McBride and Randy Travis. And there's Bonnaroo. We're doing Bonnaroo this year. It's a big event. Working with Steven Seagal some, doing some things with him.
Oh, that's interesting. What are you doing with Seagal?
Well, Steven, I'm glad you mentioned that. He's a great, not only is he a great actor, he's a great guitar player and a very deep songwriter.
I don't think I knew that.
He's got every guitar in the world. I mean, people don't know the side of Steven Seagal that I do. It's like they see this bad dude, and he is bad. Don't get me wrong. He'll hurt you in a heartbeat. But here's the deal. When he reaches into his heart, and them words come out, it's deep. It's deep thoughts, and it's words I've never heard before. I love being around him just to hear that, you know.
Sounds good. Now, Bonnaroo, is this the biggest crowd you've played to?
Yeah, we played there last year.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah, we've done it a couple of years now. So, Bonnaroo's a lot of fun. It's get out there and have a good time. You know, don't look back. A lot of great bands. Any kind of music you want, you can see. It's like going to the grocery store. They're right there. You got your country, rock, bluegrass, jazz, whatever you want to see, it's there.
Now, do you get out with the other bands there? I mean, do you hang with a Metallica or?
Well, I mean, I did last year. I mean, I kind of hung out with some of them, but you know, I just kind of do my thing, and I want to make sure my stage is right and everything's right for my show. You know.
Sure, sure. Is there anything you want to hit as a wrap up?
Website.
Don't forget to check me out on CharlieAllenMusicMySpace.com, and you can get the album on CD Baby and CharlieAllenMusic.com. And love to have more fans. You know, tell me what you think of my record, and love to see you at one of my shows sometime.
Great. Well, thanks a lot.
Well, thank you very much.